Doing this music thing, especially production, writing, whatever artistry is, I have learned now that the most important thing that you have to keep in order to be successful is your mental health.
Like, for instance, a lot of times, man, when I see them, when they say yes, I understand, bro, because it's like, how are you going to tell your mom, who's been working her whole life?
Yeah, we had 100,000.
We had 150,000 on tables long, but I said no.
What?
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't advise nobody to do that neither. But here's the second part, right? The real advice should be, hey, if you want to say yes to that, bro, I understand. But I'm just going to let you know. In 5 years, you're going to look back at this decision and you're going to regret it. What do you want to do?
Going on, Migi?
What's going on, my brother?
Man, I've been looking forward to have you on here for a minute. You was one of the people that we had on our hit list, like one of the first like top 5. So,
oh man,
this is cool, man. I appreciate you coming sitting with us.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
How you been, man?
Man, I've been good, taking it day by day, bro. Grinding.
I understand that, man. What you been up to?
Man, I've been
got anything you working on or?
Got a lot of stuff I've been working on. You went to DayxNite.
Yes, sir.
Session 5?
Bro, I don't know. It was, I think the last session we did when we was in the Airbnb.
Session 6.
Okay.
Yeah, session 6. So I've been doing that. I actually had to postpone like the past 2 DayxNites just because it's been kind of.
It's still the COVID thing or?
Nah, it was kind of the facility where we were having it at. There was a misunderstanding
at the school, right?
At the school, yeah, there was a misunderstanding. But I think now we kind of have an understanding. So it's just about setting a new date. But that's kind of that's my baby. That's
bro. Those DayxNites, we will definitely talk about them DayxNite sessions, bro. Everybody that we talked to so far, pretty much everybody. Talk so highly of the DayxNite.
Man,
I really met like our first 3 guests from DayxNite.
Oh, really? Who you had?
We had Lone Star, had J Trey, and Derek Scott.
Bro, this whole time I thought you knew Dre Trey like before.
No, that was my first time meeting him, man. I met all these guys through DayxNite. So every episode you gonna see that we talk about you for a little bit.
That was kind of like what I wanted it to be originally. So when we had the idea, when I first started DayxNite, because we had gone to South by Southwest, I believe in 2018, and it was me, October, Lyric. I think Dark Side had also gone. Necessary. I think Prez was with us too, and we was just there all weekend, just cooking up, and it was different.
I remember seeing those on social media.
Yeah, if you look at the original DayxNite, that photo of like me and Ox sitting like at a table, that was there at the Airbnb in Austin. And bro, it's just different. Like when you wake up and then like create especially with other creatives.
Man, so dope, bro.
Yeah,
so dope.
I don't know, I feel like just mentally it unlocks you like to be a little bit more loose.
I gotta say, bro, I always say like DayxNite is one of the events that I've been to that was actually worth going to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came back like, yo, I really enjoyed it. Usually, like, I didn't really have to do that. Could have went on YouTube and got some of the information. But DayxNite, it's not only the knowledge you get, it's the connections, the whole experience. Like you said, waking up, eating breakfast with the guys and ladies, and just really a community, you know what I'm saying? Like a community, you know what I'm saying? Yes. You building those relationships is so dope, man.
Yeah, once I had that experience coming back, I remember telling the guys like, hey, we should do the whole album like this, And they're kind of looking at me like, hey, bro, you got money to go every weekend for an Airbnb. But I really love the idea. Yeah. And that's kind of like what inspired me kind of to do it. And I'm a guy, bro, that once I see something that works, because, I'm a producer. I've been to the showcases. I've been to, I've been behind the scenes on the circus and how you feel afterwards. And I really when I did DayxNite, I wanted people to leave and I wanted like the sentiment to be like, bro, I got way more out of this. than what I like put in
You
it, bro.
executed, brother.
Man, thank
You
you, bro.
definitely
That was the
executed.
goal. That was the
Man,
goal.
it's one event that you were like, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back. Some of the guys, even Flacco, said I think he's been twice,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Swift been twice.
Yes. Swift, man, I think Swift was past. Yeah, he's gone to like 3 or 4 now.
Yep. The last one,
Yeah,
very
the
last
last one
one,
that we
he
had.
was there. He was
He
telling us
was
about like
there.
he was asking why we didn't why we wasn't there.
Man, it's been, you know what, and I feel like we perfected it a little bit because it changed. You know, it went from being in the Airbnbs
To the
to being at the school.
what
But
was the differences?
um, I would say that when we did it at the Airbnbs,
Mm-hmm.
the scheduling and then the intimacy, creative wise, was different, right?
Okay.
So then when we switched over to the school, I wanted it. I was like, no, okay, we're gonna keep the same intimacy and the same schedule, but you can't, bro, because we're not waking up there. You know, it's just
Right,
different,
right.
bro.
It's the whole different
And you
thing.
know, when you give a creative time, it's completely different
Yep.
than as opposed to
Yeah,
timing
a true
based,
restrict,
right?
right. And then you around people you don't know, you got to fight through all the
Yeah,
nerves and all that type of stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I would say they're different, and they each offer, I think, unique kind of perspectives. Like for instance, the one in which, by the way, we are going back to the original format
That will be my
because
next question.
we actually I talked about it in another pod that I did, but we actually just we got a blessing, bro, and somebody with like a content creation house was like, "Hey, man, whenever you want to come have your sessions here, you're more
Wow. So
than
you got
welcome."
a
Like, yeah,
house. No, that's dope, man. Congrats on that.
yeah.
That's
And
super dope,
so
bro.
I think both of them are gonna work. And then of course the third element that we're gonna add to it, which is gonna be the online one. So we're gonna do day and night, yeah. Online, kind of like, which is gonna be very similar to
Oh
the
man,
ones
it's
at the
going
school. But
right.
online it allows you more, I think capabilities because I know creators, bro. And when you're put in a room on the spot, those nerves, it reduces your bandwidth of creativity.
Yep.
But if you're at
Or some
home,
you can rise it and that be a person you
yes,
never had before, and it can
yeah.
you can take off.
But you know how we are. We're weirdos, bro.
Yeah, man.
Every little thing changes everything.
Absolutely.
Every little thing changes everything.
The
So
lights being too bright. It's different
yeah.
light in here.
No. Hey, no, really, like in my studio, I do not like bright
Me
lighting,
neither.
bro. Yeah, I just feel like
Me neither.
it
Like
blocks
I was
me.
talking about myself. And they're
Yeah.
like, there's no light in there, just the light strips, the LEDs.
That's exactly how
That's
mine
it.
is. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like and it has to be the color, and then certain colors like it affects my mood, like how
Yeah.
I'm creating.
We
Like
some
most of the time when
weirdos,
I'm doing
bro.
R&B, it has to be like the red.
Okay.
It has to be anything else. Like if I'm trying to do like some pop, I'm gonna change it to blue. If I want to get like experimental, I might do like that purplish pink color. Like it
Yeah.
all.
So for me, the R&B is red or purple.
Yeah.
And then like if I'm doing like some dark dark trap, hard hitting kind of stuff, I do like a blue or a green.
Oh, I thought you was gonna go red.
No. Or blue and green.
Oh,
It just give you that dark,
yeah,
that moody
yeah,
feeling.
bro.
Hell yeah.
Everything, even like right now. I think you said you got the sweater weather candles.
Yep.
Even the candles to me, bro.
Now, I
That
got the
like,
teak wood. When you said teak wood, it's in there.
yeah,
Yep.
like the teak wood to me. I don't know why it makes me feel like outdoorsy. So every time I put the teak wood on, I don't know why I just start grabbing my acoustic guitar and I just want to strum some.
Man, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
one thing I want to do, bro. I want to go somewhere like outdoors at cabin or something, just create.
Yes.
Just create. Don't go nowhere. Don't do nothing. I just want to just cook up. That's one of my
Yeah.
dreams I want to do.
Yeah, bro. Man, that's honestly what started day night because when we went to Austin, you know how the scenery kind of changes.
I remember them posts. I was like, man, that shit look dope.
Yeah, I don't know what it is like, especially too like for instance, like sometimes I go see my dad in Miami, and I'll be in his backyard, bro. Like, and everybody over there got a pool,
Right.
and just that pool makes me want to make like dance, like up
Yeah,
tempo,
yeah.
like music,
Yep.
and scenery it impacts creative.
Absolutely. Sense, all that, it
Yeah.
impacts. So I feel you. It's artists is going to producers, creators are going to react differently to certain environments.
Yeah,
But so far it seemed like when I was there, it was a positive
Yeah.
reaction to it. Like
yeah, and and it was funny because so from when we first started session one all the way, I feel like since everybody's been able to give me like the honest feedback, and also too like day and night the event, I never pitched it like as I know what I'm doing. I always let people know like, hey, bro, like y'all are day and night. Like
Right.
this is not my event. I just host it.
Right.
And
That was
so
another dope thing.
yeah, and because I've been there, bro. Like when you go to the session and it's like, hey, bro, or when you go to like a showcase or whatever, and they treat you like, like I feel like, hey, bro, I paid.
Exactly.
This is my time.
Yep.
This is my money. This
Right.
is my stage.
Right.
And I didn't like that. Like when I saw other people doing that, I'm like, hey, man, those are the creators. You're making the space for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of became like this push of
It's
like,
real customary, like, you know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like
yes.
it's a honor for you to be here. It's a treat for you to be here type shit.
Exactly. If it's an honor, then why did I have to pay $600?
Exactly.
As a creator, since I've been on both sides, I was like, yo, nah, I don't. I wouldn't want anybody to come to my events to feel like that. And secondly, too, the other thing that I didn't like, as creators, me personally, the one thing I'll tell you I've learned from day and night, I'm definitely a way different, more. I feel like more creative in my processes after day and night. Um, Somebody in my position could have been like, man, I'm gonna teach them something. I learned by session two, nah, bro. I'm here to share. And that's why I encourage everybody who comes to day and night. Like, I don't care how long you've been doing music, bro. Share with us, yeah. Share with us your process. And I've learned from so many people, bro, like how to approach things to where I feel like it made me way.
I changed my dog because of a day and night. I was like, I cannot use this dog anymore because these guys.
What were you on?
I was in Reason.
I understand.
Bro, I think that within that same month, because it was my birthday. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat me to something. I'm gonna get me a new dog. I got Ableton.
You know what?
And never turned back, bro.
Everybody that comes to day and night, there have been two converts. You're either going to Ableton or you're going to FL. Yeah. But you know what? Reason, I love Reason. Don't get me wrong.
I like Reason as a plugin.
Yes.
It's a cheat code.
It is.
Just gave y'all something.
Yeah. That
Reason,
rack,
man, bro.
It's crazy.
That's the only way I use it now.
Yeah. And I think too, because like you could tell by like who created the DAW what they were good at.
Yup.
And so you could tell the people that created Reason were very good at plugins and
Racks
hardware
and all that,
emulating stuff. Yeah. So that's why I feel like it's
routing and all that.
Yeah, they're not necessarily, I think, the best at, like the user interface and how to create music. Whereas opposed to, I think, like Ableton and FL, you could tell they weren't really that strong, clearly, like on plugins. Because FL, I feel like it's just now catching up to
just
everybody
now.
else.
But it's catching up. And it's like surpassing people. Because they got that.
You said it. Not me.
With the AI and the stems and shit.
Yeah, that's
inside the. Bro, y'all killed it with that. Y'all
we were already pirating. Just imagine now, bro.
Bro.
Nobody should ask me for stems. Don't worry, bro.
Take it. Just take it.
There.
It's there. I know you're going to do it. Just do it.
But going back to that, so that's another thing, brother, that about day and night. When creatives get together too, a lot of the times what's kind of interesting is when people are at different levels of creativity, whether I think a skill level or how much time they put in it, how you go about it and approaching it. Sometimes when you're around other creatives, I feel like you could take years off by coming to day and night because somebody else that creates just like you can be like, hey, bro, listen, I tried it the exact same way that you were doing it, bro.
Yep.
Let me show you what I did that changed it up for me.
Bro, just the littlest thing.
Yeah.
Now you got a whole new energy and a whole new way that you're going out.
And that was kind of my goal for day and night. And I mean it's changed and it's grown. And I'm open to the growth of it.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like what is the like when it's all said and done, what do you want day and night to be? Like at this fullest idea that you got?
Day and night, the only really what it is right now, I would love for that. The only two things that I want to add to it, number one, definitely would be a union. And what I mean by that is songwriters, producers, and artists. I would definitely like for us to be, and I would say, I don't want to say like a management deal because that's cool, but I would definitely like it to where if we can get a group of us, a collective of us, to where, hey, listen, anything you do to the littlest one of us, you did to the biggest one of us, to where we can kind of, creatively and then legally and everything else to kind of be together a force. That's one of the things that I would
Man, that's so needed,
really like.
especially right now. Especially. How do you feel? Oh, go get.
No, go ahead, go ahead. Ask what you want to ask because it's probably going to answer what I was about to say.
You know, everything going on with the streams and just the our PROs is like everything in the industry is just so weird on the business end. How you feeling about it?
Man, right now, I'll be honest. So I've been on about a 3-year journey, excuse me, of figuring out business. And one of the things about me is that I always call it like I prefer to pay the hard head tuition, bro. Meaning, if I gotta go figure something out by bumping my own head,
Yeah.
I don't mind. I will pay that tuition,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I
yeah.
will learn through
For
experience
sure.
so that I can have that knowledge. And as far as that goes,
That's the
bro,
way I learned happenstance, not on purpose.
these past 3 years, bro, that's what I've been on, bro. To where I've been having to learn number one, everything. It's funny, bro. Everything how it's explained to us in the music industry. One thing is the explanation and the knowledge. The other thing is the experience and the how-to, right? Then those are two completely different things. Everybody can watch a YouTube tutorial and know how to these is what a PRO does. These are royalties. These are mechanicals.
But actually being there and seeing how it works
Yeah.
firsthand.
And then the second and the biggest question, right after you get all the knowledge, how do I actually get that money and put it into my pocket?
Yes.
Okay, that's the second part of it. And that's where I've been
That's
bumping my
the
head.
piece no one ever gets to.
Exactly. And that's a problem that I have with a lot of these. Because explaining it, great, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's how things are.
The fundamentals of it. Yeah, that's how it's
supposed to work.
Yep, we all know.
How do you actually, and then too, like a lot of people don't know, like the closest thing I can explain to it, if anybody's ever won a civil lawsuit, that's what having a hit song is. Sure, we've all, yeah.
Thinking of it like that is crazy.
That's what it is in real. Once you go through it, then you understand that, right? Because when you win a civil lawsuit, right? Any lawsuit, you see the news headlines. They say such and such won $100 million. Now, I guarantee you, go ask anybody that won $100 million. Go ask them, hey, how long did it take you to collect the money? How much did you actually get? You're gonna hear two completely. Man, I ended up with 26. How long did it take you to collect it? Like 15 years. Well, I thought you won. Exactly,
bro. Not to cut you off, but I got into an accident like maybe 2 years ago. I got hit from the back paws. It took almost 2 years to get that settlement money. Just back and forth. It was just crazy. So I definitely know what you're saying.
And then the settlement amount was way different.
Way
the lawyer got one amount.
Way different.
Exactly. That's how hit records are in the business. And that's now what I'm starting to kind of figure out. That's why a lot of people, I know Ak always tells me, man, this business is really 90%. It's 90% business, is 10% talent.
Yeah.
But the issue is creatives, bro, because in that mindset that you have to be, I don't want to say the exact opposite, but the counterproductive of that is business. Because if you look, business is dotting every I, crossing every T. What did you tell me as opposed to what does my contract say? And going about everything like that, it becomes very difficult. Now, as far as for when it comes to streaming and all of that, that's why I always tell people, look, right now, how the game is and how music is being presented is great, right? But I always tell everybody how it's set up right now. I wouldn't advise everyone that wants to put out music to stream your music.
I think I know where you're going, but I'm just now getting there. Like literally, I'm just not getting there. Like in a whole different mindset of how to release, because working on another project, and I'm just thinking about like how am I going to release it, and I think I'm thinking about where you going.
A lot of times, like everybody, and then two, I don't like for everybody to have like, the pipe dream up, because everybody tells me the same thing. Like, hey, bro, we just gonna start releasing music. Man, and on TikTok, we get one of these songs to go viral. And I keep telling people, bro, I did it. I had a song that went viral. It's not gonna go like how you think it's gonna go, bro. Trust me, that streaming money is not like what you think it is. It's not. And then by the time that you get it, man, that wave is gonna be gone. So that's why I advise people now, man, you need to, I would say as far as the business of, especially what you're talking about, releasing a project, I would say this. If you got a fan base, appreciate that fan base, 20 people, bro, of a fan base, to me, incredible. And I know
That's
you're like,
nice.
just 20 people?
No, I understand. Because I've been, man, I understand that. Yes.
Trust me, incredible. Especially if you can get 20, if you could sell 20 tickets, bro. Because remember, right now, if you sell one ticket to a show, right, you put whatever price you want on it. I want you to times that by the streams. Right?
Yep. Have you heard about the reverse calculator? You can put like how many streams you got, and it can tell you how much. Well, it can tell. Wait, how does it work? It's the reverse.
Well, you put how much streams you got, and it tells you, or how many streams you need to get how much money.
Right.
So you put like, I want $1,000. How many streams I need?
It'd be like some crazy ass.
You know what the crazy part about that is that even now, once again, like learning about like streaming and everything, bro, that calculator, there's no way of calculating that.
No,
bro. Because like even me now, I had to learn
because they don't tell nobody how they do this shit.
Yeah, and also too, like, you know, like when you're in your car, right? You know, the odometer tells you how far you're going.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that in streaming sites. Like people think like, no, it's pretty accurate. Like, no, it's not.
Wow.
It's giving you a general where they think just about your at. And if you don't believe me, go to Spotify and play your song 5 times and then refresh your Spotify and see if it added 5 to the play. It's not. It's not. There's no way to calculate that. You know how many people are going to listen to, you know, songs here and there? That's why it takes forever to calculate that actual, you know, so streaming, that's what I tell everybody, bro. And then, I mean, anyways, and now they're not even going to pay you with the new thing that they
well, it's going to happen like next year, right?
I think so, at the start of next year. But listen, I don't want nobody to get mad. I think that's an opportunity for everybody to go back. Hey, man, your music, not everybody needs to stream. Look, if you're getting billions of streams, okay, cool, go stream. But if you're not there, bro, go. And you're going to look, this is going to create an opportunity where I think there's going to be a music platform that's going to say, okay, we're going to take everybody else that Spotify, because don't get me wrong, Apple Music and the rest of them, I think they're going to follow suit as well. They're going to be like, yeah. Then there's going to be a new streaming site that's going to pop up where I think it should be free for you to sign up. And we're going to go back to selling singles. 99-cent singles. You want to buy my album? Here we go. $3.99 EP or whatever it is, right? Of course, we're not the $10, $15 albums done so, bro. I don't think that's.
I thought that was coming back, like especially for independents. Like just setting up your website.
Okay, let me
trapping it like that.
Yes, it will come back. Because even thinking back on it, Nip, I forgot what mixtape it was. He was selling it for $100.
Yeah. It's the red. I forgot Marathon.
It's a little bit. I think it's like 2 before Marathon.
Right.
But that can go back. So that's why I think like now Spotify doing that, man. I understand certain artists are going to be upset, especially the ones that are kind of, because I think they're going to come out with like the parameters of how many it is that they're going to go under. And if you're right around there, I get it. Especially if you're a producer or a writer, like man, that's gonna be tough. But I think going back to that platform to where it's like, listen, streaming, bro, it was great. Don't get me wrong. It was a great way to get people out there, and we're gonna have more artists than we ever have.
Yeah.
But man, now we're realizing like, oh, okay, great. The roller coaster's going back down. Like, yeah, it wasn't great for everybody.
Do you think that it's going to be even possible to really have like live off your music?
I'm about to say something controversial. The music, the amount of money that you receive for music, right? There's going to be a few artists that, yes, they're going to be able to live off of it. But one thing I've learned, and this is just general financial advice, I don't care how much money you make. If you don't know what to do with it, it's never going to be enough. Because we've seen it, bro. It doesn't matter. You can have $100 million deal. And there's so many examples of it, right? So
every time it's like it just keep happening. Like
it just keeps happening over and over. That I would say is more of that has to do more with finances, because there is also people that I feel like don't make the same amount of money, but because they were able to take what they did make from music and put it into other avenues, to where they're straight, and you see them, they're not pressed about putting music out.
Right, yep.
Especially a lot of independent artists. And I've noticed that a lot from artists, especially in the Bay Area.
They are cooking right now, bro.
They're like, hey, listen, bro, I'm going to do everything. I feel like Bay Area just promotes that just in general.
Right, and they came on the scene like that, though, like right out the trunk.
Yeah, like what's bro's name? I see him all the time on IG.
Russell.
Yes. I love everything with it.
I
And I
love
love
that guy, man.
the honesty and the vulnerability,
Yep.
bro. Because it is difficult, bro, especially when you're I I don't care. I don't care about saying controversial things. The game is designed, bro, for the independent artist. It's designed first of all for the artist that's within them to struggle. But if you're independent, man, they are gonna try to put not directly, but indirectly, bro. That pressure is difficult because people don't understand. Like, for instance, me, I don't have a pub deal. I'm not signed to anybody, so I've had to physically go and try to go collect everything that was mine. Right?
Wow.
It's very difficult because I don't care about putting people on blast. There's a lot of people that advertise like, "Hey, listen, we're gonna do this for you." Don't get me wrong, bro. Some of them they will, but you have to be on top of them, and you have to know exactly what I know, and it's very different. And I know for creatives, people are like, "Damn, man, I don't mean to depress nobody. I don't mean to kill nobody's dream.
but
I just want
it's,
people to be honest. I want to
bro,
be honest with people."
this is real. I recently, and I know Blessed would mommy say this, bro. We hit like a real wall, and like on some damn near depressed shit, because
Yeah,
just studying and paying attention to what's going on in the industry. I started doing like, what am I doing? What am I like? I feel like I'm doing
bro.
all this. I'm running into a burning building, bro. That's
Yeah.
literally the feeling that I had,
Oh.
bro. And then I got super down. I literally
Bro.
in a 3 month span changed my whole mindset on what this thing is. Cause I'm not gonna ever stop, bro. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna ever
Can't
stop.
stop, won't
I
stop.
can't. This
Yeah.
is literally a therapy for me. This music shit. So, but business wise and just my mindset on making this I'm like my main
Yeah.
source of income has totally changed. Totally
Yes.
changed.
Yes. What I would advise people is this, bro. When you look at music, and I had to do this myself, bro, because I was struggling. And bro, I don't want you to feel no type of way because I personally right now I'm taking a break right now. I'll be honest. Until the new year, I'm taking a
I
break.
was just about to ask you how long you was
Yeah,
going.
and mind you, I just now, bro, just now got financially to where I'm comfortable, bro, to where I'm like, okay, cool. But even then, the question pops up again. All right, cool, but what are you gonna do now? All right, you got a little bit of money. What you gonna do now? This is gonna run out between
Yeah.
mortgage,
Are
electricity.
you all music? Like,
Yeah, I've been all music for these past 4 years, bro. And mentally, bro, it's been draining, bro. I've gone through depression twice. I'm just kind of getting out of the one that I'm in right now. It's been very difficult, bro. So that's why I like to tell people ahead of time before you getting into this. If you know what you're going up against,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yep.
That's why I tell people, man, I paid the hard head tuition, bro. That's another thing about day and night. That's why I speak the way I do, bro. It really gets me upset, bro, when I tell people certain things like at day and night, like,
Yeah.
hey guys, I did this. Trust me, it doesn't work. This is what you got to do. And then people like don't listen to me.
It's always gonna be like that, bro.
Yeah.
Just
It
look
just frustrating
just
for
look
me,
at
bro.
all these new artists taking the same deals. Everybody before you told you, do not do that. We still seeing it, bro.
You know what I always ask myself? They know that they're not supposed to, but once again, and I know a lot of people talk about, financial literacy and this and that,
That's why
but
this shit ain't gonna change, bro.
it is not. The other thing is too, the mentality of being broke, bro, and being poor. That's harder to break, bro, than anything else. Because I'm not gonna get mad at anybody, bro, that's been broke their whole life, and somebody goes, "Here's $150,000," right? And I get it. And people, here's the thing, right? And this is why I always try to explain to people, because sometimes when you're people that give advice about money that know what they're talking about have money, right? So they're always speaking to you from, hey, listen, they're talking to you from the perspective of they got money in their pockets, right? It's very hard for somebody with money in their pockets to talk to somebody that's broke and tell them, no, bro, do not take that 150,000.
What do you
Right?
mean? Yeah.
Exactly. But the thing is, how do you get a message to them that relates to them, not as far as business, but as far as where they're at? Because where they're at is broke. And anybody that has money that's been broke before that, bro, that's the worst place that you're
It's
gonna
the
make
worst place,
financial
bro.
decisions is when you're broke.
Yep.
which
and
is low.
you just get that little piece, bro. It's
Yeah.
because you already in the hole. You got so much to
Yeah.
catch up on, and you just
And not only that,
flies, bro.
because one thing I think that is not translated is you're telling somebody to say no to peace of mind.
Damn.
That's why I think sometimes, like when people, that's why I get it. Like when they make mistakes and people are like, man, but why did you take that deal? Bro, how is somebody going to say no to anxiety, to peace of mind? Like, you don't know. Like, for instance, a lot of times, man, when I see them, when they say yes, I understand, bro, because it's like, how are you going to tell your mom who's been working her whole life?
Did we had 100,000 on
We had
line?
150,000 on the table,
said
mom,
no.
and I said no.
What?
That's really hard, bro.
That's super hard.
That's extremely hard.
That don't to the a person that don't know, that don't make no sense. That makes no sense.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't advise nobody to do that neither. But here's the second part, right? The real advice should be, hey, if you want to say yes to that, bro, I understand. But I'm just going to let you know. In 5 years, you're going to look back at this decision and you're going to regret it.
Hate yourself. Yep.
What do you want to do? Right?
You want the fast money, you want the long career.
Right.
Like it's
And I remember the best advice I ever got was somebody said, listen, because you're broke, cool, you're gonna take that money. The only thing I would tell you is from now until 5 years, I want you to think where you're gonna be. If you can do it to where you know that money is gonna still be there in 5 years, yeah, take it. But what's the likelihood of that money being there in 5 years? It's not. Anytime that they give you anything, especially in music, what I was told was they're giving you money for an idea or for a business. So sure, they're giving you that. If you're going to make music your business, okay, cool. Whatever money they give you, hey, bro, that's not for you to go splurge.
No.
That's not for you to go buy the house.
Why
which is very.
do we keep doing that? Like
It's
a
hard,
loan, bro. This is not your
It's a
money.
loan.
You gotta pay that back.
It's hard, bro. That's why once again it's extremely difficult to explain to somebody that's never had money. Hey, we're gonna give you this money, and overnight we need you to become Dave Ramsey. Like, no.
Yeah, yeah. It should be a whole course. Like before we give you this money, you got to go through this art development class. It's financial literacy. Is work at this. All it's a whole course you got to go through before.
Man.
But that will have a label actually caring and want the best for their artists. But it's a business, bro.
That's why, and a lot of people don't know this. That's why a lot of very, very, very successful artists, people don't know, but they're rich kids. Their parents are rich. So when they got these deals, you're like, man, but how did such and such do it? Yeah, because their parents, I don't want to say, but there's a huge artist that I think her dad is the VP. Like, for instance, Taylor Swift. Her dad was the VP of Merrill Lynch, right?
What?
Exactly.
The entire fuck.
Yeah. So there's a lot. I don't want to start naming, but there's a whole bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
That you think like, oh man, these artists got it from the ground up. They're talented. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nothing about their music, but because of the business, right? That's what's able to keep them going. Because once they made their money, they already knew like, oh no, listen, we're not going to take the long money. We're going to take the slow money. A lot of them know how to go back and buy masters. They know about publishing. Everything that they're going into, they're protected.
And those the ones that we should be these new artists coming in should be paying attention to. Like, what are they doing?
You know what I personally think, bro? And I think Snoop talked about it. One of the things that I see, like, people, you know how you see a lot of old rappers, R&B singers, whatever, they're always criticizing like the new generation. I think that should stop immediately, bro, and all of them should become advisors. Now, because me personally, I'm gonna tell you one thing that I know that I personally take about advice. I listen to two people for two things, right? One, if you know what you're doing, I'm gonna listen to you on what you did.
Yes, right.
People that made the right choices, right? I listen to the choices you made. If they tell me not to do something, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't listen to them. Because you know who I listen to on what not to do? On the people that fucked up. So that's why when somebody that I know that messed up, all I'm asking them is, what did you do? And everything that they did, I know that's what I'm not gonna do because clearly it doesn't work. And then the other people that were worked out, I asked them, what did you do? Oh, I did this, I did this. Right. And so that's why I think whether you messed up or whether you were a success, you could go spread that knowledge and being an advisor until telling them everybody that their music is garbage, right? Okay, great, like fine, but what's that gonna do for them? You wanna know what music is, bro? Right now, especially urban music. Have you ever gone to a steakhouse?
Yeah.
You know how they usually give you the bread and the butter?
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the receipt? No,
No.
it's not. Now it's in there,
Damn.
but that's what it is,
Never
bro.
heard
It's not
that.
on your receipt though. It's free, technically. It is free.
Technically.
It's the gateway to get to something else. That's why if
Yeah.
you look at all of our billionaires, they're not billionaires off of their music. They're billionaires, taking what they do. Kanye,
Yeah.
Rihanna,
Yeah,
Jay,
yeah.
Drake, right? They took what they did, that popularity, and then put it into something else, right? Whether like clothes, fashion.
So that takes me back to my question I asked you. I'm like, is it even possible to this being a valuable source of like, okay, I make music. This is all I do for a living for a long period of time. It's gonna always have. Well, really, wealthy people will tell you like you need multiple streams of income anyway. But like, could music be a main one? I really don't think so, bro. Not today.
In today's time, I would say it can, but you got to have everything lined up. You got to really treat it as a business, right? And the other thing about music that I would say to everyone else, so some of us are creators, bro, to where we have to create, like, remember that 100,000. If I don't create none, I don't feel good, right? Some of us, I understand, bro, that we have to create because it's just gonna, just for our life, it's just gonna be, we're gonna create.
It's like a gift and a curse because I got that shit. It's like, man.
Look, when I explain creative,
I
like
hate
to people
that.
in my family, I feel like it's like a disease. Like I have to
swear.
treat it. Like I have to treat it. I don't understand. If I don't treat it, I am going
It's an addiction, bro.
to go crazy.
No, and people do not understand that. They think you just bullshit. Like, no, I'm dead. If I go a week without making something, I'm not going to be a good person.
Bro, and right now it's crazy because I took like a month break, bro.
How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm at the point right now to where it was weird for me because when I went to the studio, I did not feel the inspiration to create. And that was really frustrating me. But it's kind of going back to what we're talking about. One of the things, even about this, I would say once you realize, bro, there's people that really do this for the love, right? And when you love it, you're never going to leave it, right? And you have to come to that realization with yourself, right? But the second half of that realization is that when you love something, right, seeking the financial gain from it, you got to learn that you can't really do that, bro. You can't pimp your gift and your talent, right?
Right.
And I know you're like, man, what you just talking about? You got to have all the ducks in a row. I get it, right?
Go ahead.
But when you're being a creative and you really love this, bro, and you're really going about it, the first thing should be the art and you expressing yourself, right? I think that a lot of the problems that come with it is because creatives do the same thing. You start creating and you're inspired. Then you want it to become a business. Then you start creating for the purpose of making money. Let me tell you, everybody who's listening, once you start creating music for the purpose of money, congratulations. You're gonna go into depression. You're gonna go into anxiety. You're gonna go into everything that you feel like you don't want to do. You're gonna go into worthlessness. Why am I doing this? And I know it because I did that. I did that for a while, bro. Like the past, I would say like 2 years, 75% of the music I was creating was strictly to pay my bills. That was it. And so if you want to do that, if you want to become a pimp of your talents, go right ahead. Are you going to be able to pay your bills? Maybe. Some of them, maybe not, right? And we've seen it here in the content game. Get up here and say some crazy shit and shake your ass, show your titty, do whatever, right?
It'd be real easy for us to go viral right now.
It'd be super
We know what to do.
Yeah.
I know what to do. You know exactly what to do.
Right. But then it's going to become like, okay, cool. All right, here's a little check.
Yup. Now what?
Now what?
Now you just did all this. You just made this whole spectacle. Probably burned some bridges, ruined some relationships. Now what? Got some likes though, bro. Everybody is doing the most for people to do this to you.
Yeah, you're doing the most for the least, bro.
Good job.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and that feeling fades away, bro. And then
The moment you
afterwards,
look at it.
yeah. Because you know what, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing people don't talk about that money does. Money makes you very reflective, right? Oh yeah. Once you get money,
See, I ain't never had money then. So, because
bro, we've had a job, right? We've all had a job. Everybody knows when you get paid on that Friday, bro. I don't care what anybody says. When you go into the morning, when that direct deposit hits at your job on Friday, you don't feel like how you feel the other
nah,
days.
got some whole new energy.
It's a
whole new energy.
when somebody talks to you, you're like, all right. When
Yeah,
you know
right,
when somebody
right.
gets on your nerves, you're like, it's not that big of a deal. Now that Wednesday though, before when you ain't got no money,
Yep.
oh man, you know those conversations go different. I think that's the same thing that happens with this, and then you do start becoming kind of reflective on it, and that even happened with me, to where when you do get the money, you're like, oh okay, cool, but then inside of you, that creative, that you're like, you're not doing what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is not what you. This is not what you want. This is
Yeah.
not what makes you, happy. This is not what Like for instance, bro,
It's not what fuels you why you want to do this shit.
fulfills you, right? And so it's cool, right? You have that money, but then that's another empty pocket. So that's why I tell people, man, if you want to do this, there are some people, bro, that are strictly just about the money. Right? They're just like, look, bro, I'm gonna create so I can pay my bills and do this and do that. This is what I tell those people. Bro, then why are you doing music? Go do something else and make way more money if it's just about the money.
It's the worst business for that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
This is strictly for the
You
people
want to make
that-
money.
Yeah.
It's not the thing to do.
This is not like, for instance, me, and I know people are gonna think I'm crazy, bro. There have been times in the studio where I have created me that I really wanted to create, bro. That feeling, bro, to me was worth.
It's a high, bro.
Yeah.
It's a high that you be on for days, bro. Like,
Yes. And for somebody that's not a creator,
I wish I could give that feeling to
Yes.
people just so they can
Yeah.
just feel it. Like, this is what happens.
yeah, and when you experience that, right, you have that feeling versus when you do something. Don't get me wrong, I've had both. When you create something that you really love, bro. I'm not saying that the money is not better. That feeling is completely different, bro.
Just say you've been in a block for a while and you just just going through melodies and you hit that one. You hit that one, bro. That roller coaster, that wave is it's strong. It's a drug, bro.
It's a different feeling. And you know what? This is what I always tell people. The people that win in this, bro, that truly win, are the people that continue to chase that feeling, because it is going to happen when you do what you love and it becomes commercially successful. Imagine that, bro. You're doing
That's the
what you
dream.
love. Yeah, there we go.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. And then once you get that, you're just like, that level of fulfillment, bro, wow, right? Which is why sometimes, like when you hear some certain artists and you're like, that's not what I expected from them. That's not what I wanted from them, right? I'm like, no, but you don't understand, bro. Like, they're past that. They're making the music that they want to make for what they want to do. Like, why is this person making a country album? Like, no, because that's who he is.
Yeah,
that's what he really
exactly.
wants to make. Now that he has the money, that's what I'm saying. Money makes you reflective. And you're
That's
like,
the freedom,
man,
right?
I ain't doing no more, music just to get streams or just to be whatever. I'm doing the music I want to do.
Yep. You know who I think that's really in a good place creatively right now?
Who?
And they just moving how they want to move?
Who?
Kendrick.
Yes.
The PG Lane. Like, they moving how they want to move. And it's
Exactly.
beautiful to see. Like, it's possible.
It's
It's beautiful to see.
That's incredible, bro. That I wish that every creative could get. Unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. But what I always tell people, man, that's great. He's there now. But remember, he started out hyping up behind K Dot.
Yeah. J-Rock.
J-Rock. I'm sorry. He is K Dot.
Right.
He was,
I got you. Yeah.
he was J-Rock's hype man. So you gotta go all the way back. And then he's just now getting to
Just now.
And then you got to make sure that when you're navigating through that, as far as the creative, because I'm one of the things that I want to do for creatives is everything that I went through mentally, all the mental blocks, everything else. I want to let you guys know how I went through them, what happened, how I was able to overcome them.
Bro, we need a book. You thought about it?
I have.
We need a book, bro.
But I'll be honest, bro. I'm not that popping to write a book and people are gonna care.
What?
But once I get popping enough, yes.
Bro,
Once I get popping enough, yes.
I think you don't know how popular you really are for real.
I think internally I know, but not like my social media is not reflecting how I feel.
Man, in real life, for real,
Yeah.
everybody speaks highly of you.
Which is why this format to me, and I tell this to everybody, bro. If you are on a pod, to me, it's kind of like music, but to me, there's more avenues of it. This is what rap was supposed to be, bro.
Yep.
Podcasting is the new rap. This is what rap was supposed to be.
Freeform, just
Yeah, and you're truly expressing yourself,
Yep.
which is why it's funny, bro. Haven't you noticed that old school rappers that have popping podcasts now?
yes. All of them.
Because it's the format they're familiar with. Like, wait,
Exactly.
I get to express. Oh, bet. Watch this.
Joe Budden, he breaks it down. He says, like, bro, I'll drop an album in a week. This is my release. Like, that's why I'm cool with not coming back to rapping, because I do this.
Exactly. And then he don't gotta go on stage. He don't gotta go around. He gets to truly express himself. And I think doesn't he like have ownership also as well on his pod?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a whole network now. Like, yeah. He's never come back to rap. I hope people know that.
That's why if you notice a lot of the rappers, once they get to the other side, once they get a hit, like for instance, like I look at like Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti never had like huge crossover success, bro. But Yo Gotti ain't got to rap again unless he really wants to.
Unless he really wants to.
He's good. E40, another baby.
And I feel like he's been doing it with singles, bro. Like his albums never really do crazy, but he always keep one. He always keep one.
Yeah, like Fat Joe, he'll drop a song every 5 years. Just once you understand business, and that's why I said, when you were asking me before, like, man, can you make a sustainable wage off of this? It's like, if you're good financially and you know how to budget and you know like and you're not gonna splurge and go crazy with your money, I think you can, and you really don't have to make that much. But the one thing that I always tell people about this, bro, and this is just for anything, one thing about doing music, bro, that is uncomparable to every other business is the relationships.
Oh, yes.
You can get relationships from doing music, bro. That I mean, there's other businesses that are cool, right? But
that's another thing that's dope about doing podcasts, bro. It's another way to build relationships, just through conversation.
And anybody that knows about business, bro, those relationships are gonna put you in rooms, bro. And that's why I kind of think, to people that it's truly a passion for them, right? I think eventually once you do this long enough, bro, there will come a relationship, or there will come maybe a network that then, because I always explain to people the difference between relationships, network.
Yeah.
Network is, I know them, I got their number. Relationship is if I call them and they don't pick up, they'll call me back.
Exactly.
Hey, what's going on, right?
Bro? Right.
And those happen a lot, especially too, because to me, art, when you're truly creating from within and what you really want to do, it's gonna resonate with people that aren't creators, because you're gonna like vicariously. I don't know if I even said that word right. Vicariously, yep. Yeah, ESL. I'm an ESL kid. You're gonna express something through your music that they wanna like.
Yeah,
man, I've been wanting to say that. That's why people that's why they really get attached to songs.
Yep.
And I think that can lead to a connection that I don't care where it is or anything else, you're not gonna be able to get it. And that's why I keep telling like even artists now, like, cool, bro. We had the viral moments and all of that happened. Great. But go down the line, bro. How many of them even had 2 songs? Most of them, it's all one.
At the most 2.
At the most 2, But all of them, that's what you could kind of tell, like everything was dying down. It was like one-hit wonders became the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually a sign of like, hey, bro, this is dying down, right?
When do you think it started? I think it started back in, I say it started 18. That's when like it started. When did Fetty Wap come out?
Yeah. No, he might have come out a little bit before that. He might have been like 17 or 16.
It's messed up how they did him, bro. They just bled him dry.
Man. But you know what? This is what I'll say about a lot of those guys, right? For instance, Fetty Wap, when I hear him, Fetty Wap's a great writer, understood melody, right? How you come into the game, bro, in your introduction, they're going to want to keep you there. I'm pretty sure if you ask Fetty Wap, hey, no matter what happens, you're going to go platinum making the album. What type of album would you make? I'm almost willing to guarantee he would not say a hip-hop album.
Damn. Why you say that?
because I can hear it, and when he's that's really a country song, baby, won't you come?
Yeah.
That's a country song. I
Yeah.
hear it now. If he were to say, bro, honestly, because I really can do like the rapping and the melodies, I would kind of want to do like an R&B, a country album, kind of mix it too a little bit with hip hop, and that's probably the album he would have made. And you could hear that in a lot like of artists. For instance, like we'll go back to like what is that 2000? I don't even know when he dropped that song. It might have been 2012, 11. Remember when
Man,
Nelly
back
did
then?
that song with Tim McGraw?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, because that's who
Shit.
Nelly really is. That's why he named his first album Country Grammar.
Yeah.
You know, Pimp, when you talk about his country rap, so it's
Yeah.
like, I understand. So a lot of times in hip hop, like when they do it, because, you know, when you're black and you do anything on the mic, you have to either rap or do R&B.
Yep.
Anything else, like, no, you need to go do this.
I just watched the interview with what's the singer? What's her name? She was on R&B Money.
Oh, you talking about K. Michelle?
K. Michelle. Yep.
Yeah.
And she was just talking about like, yo, I'm going country.
Country, yeah.
Like,
of
cause
course,
country
why
is
not?
about music. It's like anybody just can't come in there. It's like it's
Yeah.
about the art still. She's like, this is my last R&B album. I hope y'all enjoy it.
And she's doing, I think she said, because she had to do it contractually.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's how I feel. So when I hear guys like Fetty, like R.I.P. Mo 3, man, when I hear Mo 3, I'm like, man, Mo 3 he's like a soul gospel singer. It's just
Yup.
he could rap.
Right.
And you know, because that's like the form that like people
like
will,
blues almost.
yeah, like even to me, Drake, in a way, right? I feel like the reason why Drake was as big as he was, because if you look the first introduction, he snuck it in there quick. Like, hey, no, I can actually do R&B. Like he
Right.
snuck it in
Yup.
there like quick. Like, you know, I just want to let you guys
That was
know
the
this.
first time. That's the first time I heard Drake was that singer joint he had. I forgot the name of it right now.
You talking about like when early Drake?
Yup.
Yeah, that's
That was
same
the first
Drake
time I
got
heard him.
introduced to. Then I was like, oh, he can't rap. But I was checking for R&B Drake. Then later on,
Me
right?
too. Me too.
And that's
'Cause he
why-
had a whole different sound came with it, but it was like a whole thing.
with the fade, with the he
Yup.
was doing the low pass.
Low fail, I was like, what, the
Yeah.
underwater shit. Like that's the first time we heard it like that.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like certain artists. That's why to me, like if you're gonna really be an artist, bro, really do what you want. Especially right now, bro, in this time.
Come in how you want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come and do what you really want to do,
Yeah.
because the space right now is, I feel like even creatively, I even feel like we even within like the culture, which is really like, I feel like people just use code for black people, right? Which I think we should stop doing that as
We
well.
need to, 'cause
Stop, bro.
it's
Just
hurting.
stop.
It's hurting us.
It's hurting because you're boxing us in, right? It's just like a
Exactly.
new word. No. First of all forms of American music come from black people, right? It just is what it is. It's
Say
a
that.
fact, right?
That's a
So
fact.
then why then commercially when it's released, it's like, oh, hey, listen, here's the box where you guys can go in, you know, fill out these two, go whichever way you want to go, right? And that's why I said, nah, man, let's just go back, create whatever the music is that you really feel that you want to do.
And that's one good thing about the what's going on right now is like you got the freedom to do that.
Yes.
And the most we ever had right now. So
Man, you
It's
ain't got nothing to
perfect.
lose.
we are at the
Nothing
bottom.
to
We at
lose.
the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, and I think
That's the beautiful thing about what's going on right now.
Thank you. That's
Can't get
where
no
I
lower
think
than this.
if all the young, because man, I think there's too much blame going around for like the young kids, right? Like on what they're doing. I don't really think. Okay, so right now, how I see the game is people are gonna, because they do want to make money, and I get it, bro. Like I understand, we all got bills, right? Also, too, when we look at labels and the pushing of music commercially, right? They have to make money.
Yeah.
If they don't make money, they go out of business, right? So then you got to understand that certain times artists, right? For instance, we'll take the same example, Fetty Wap, right? If Fetty Wap really wanted to do the album that he wanted to make,
Yeah.
not necessarily, let's say they would have gave Come My Way to somebody else, right? It would have took him maybe 3 or 4 years to develop like his sound. Let's get it right. Let's get it together.
Right.
Right? As opposed to Baby Won't You Come My Way is ready and hot right now. Man, we could put this out. It's very hard. Once again, just like it's very hard to tell somebody broke, hey, say no to these 150,000.
Right, right.
It's very hard to a label for them to be like, hey, this guy can be bigger than that.
They
The song
slow
right
walk
now
it.
is a
Right,
smash. And for them to
right.
go, nah, we're gonna pass on that and we're gonna develop this guy. They're gonna be like, nah, this is hot right now.
Let's make this
Let's put some money behind it. Let's milk it. Let's get it out there.
Always
And that's
come
what I
back to
think is
money,
happening.
man.
Because they talk about it, right? Like they say artists and development is dead, right? Very true. You know
Very
what the
true.
second half of that is? There is no budget at the labels, and they don't have the time to wait to develop an artist.
That's why you damn near gotta have everything going into your meeting.
Exactly. And then somebody else is going to tell you, well, if you already got the fan base, you already developed yourself, and you have the investors behind you, why would you sign to a label? Right? So it's like continuing back and forth, which
Yeah.
and they're asking very good questions. Why
That's a
would
I
you
was about to
sign
ask
to a
you. I was about
label?
to ask you, like, hey, you doing it already?
You're doing it already, right?
Develop your team.
You would. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The label, what they can really do for you is because they are gonna be able to give you like a bigger budget, and they have done it before. They know what they're doing,
I
right?
honestly think those are the people that should take the deal because you understand the business and you know exactly what to do with that loan.
For those people, it makes a lot of
You
sense.
can go get busy, like yo,
Yeah.
we know what to do with this money.
Of course, and then it becomes more of like a partnership, which I think going back to Kendrick is what I think is what he's doing with PG Lane now, because I'm pretty sure he understands the business. I'm pretty sure he got some money, so he's like, okay, listen,
Hey, they some smart guy, Dave Free and them.
I'm pretty sure, bro, that it's gonna be more than just music what they're doing over. I don't even know too much about PG Lane. I'm willing to bet it's more than just music.
Absolutely. He just came out. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna do some movies. They're gonna do.
Yep.
It's gonna be bigger than just, and which is like another thing. Even now for like the creators, like when we're talking about the Spotify thing, getting upset. Who said you can only have to make music with what you do? Come on, bro. There's other things that you can do as well.
There's so many other things you can do.
As far as to like lifestyle, like, hey, people really want to know, like, you know, maybe you could sell a Patreon with all access to how you created the studio, you know, I mean, how you created your album. All of those things, you know, are things that are open now, right? And it is a little bit more, and maybe to some people it's kind of annoying, like, I don't want to do that, but hey, bro.
It's the business now, bro. We creators can't just do what you do and that be it. I mean, you can do that. You can do that and just do.
We're gonna have to stop being weirdos, bro.
Just stop being.
We're gonna have to, bro. You're gonna have to record the weirdness.
Got to get in front of a camera. Got to show your personality. Got to come outside.
Yeah.
You got to come outside. you can't.
Yeah, and that's hard, bro,
do
because we're weirdos, bro. We're closed off, and we feel like, man, I don't want to show people my process.
Right, and that's why going back to Day and Night. That's why Day and Night is so freaking dope. It's such a simple idea, but it's so genius. I always talk about it like
Everything that's genius is simple.
There you go.
Because it has to be understood for it to be genius.
I'm like, why haven't nobody else thought about this? Like Migi, like he really.
I hope nobody else thinks about it, because if they have money, they're probably gonna be able to execute the idea better than me.
But it's always gonna come back to you, bro. It's never gonna be that. Everybody's gonna know. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
we know where that came from. It's cool, but nah.
Yeah, but you know what? Everything I think also too revolves around the intent of it, and that's why I think what people really feel at Day and Night, bro, is the genuine intent that I had behind it, bro. That it really was for creators, and a lot of times I think, so kind of behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know that there's been 2 offers to like buy Day and Night from me and turn it into like something else.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and both times I said no, because I was like,
good job.
Nah, because y'all are gonna turn it into a business.
Hold on as long as you can, bro. I know you.
No, I'm not even holding on. It's never gonna be Day and Night's never gonna be, because I feel like personally, you can't sell something that doesn't belong to you. You know, I never took Day and Night as belonging to me. Day and Night to me is like it's like my little brother. You know,
that's interesting, bro.
Yeah, so I'm always gonna be there. I'm always gonna support it.
What you mean by that? Like,
you know, are you an older brother?
Yeah.
You know, when you're an older brother, bro, when your parents leave, no matter what your little brother does, you're responsible. I don't care what happens for it. Even if I do sell it, right, because of how it was given to me, I'm a faith-based person, bro. And to me, God gave me Day and Night.
Yes, sir.
That idea, it's not just, you know, producers going together. It's just me, the beginning of my ministry. So therefore, you can't sell that, bro. You can't sell that. So don't get me wrong. Some of the people that did want to come on, could they have helped out? Yeah, great. But I always tell everybody who wants to be like a part of Day and Night, which I got like 2 people. Like, shout out to Umair, shout out to Leo. I told them, bro, you got to have the spirit of servitude to be in this, bro. Because anybody who looks at this as dollars and cents, I'm gonna be honest with you, the business structure is this, right? they're going to look and they're going to say, how many creatives are there in the DFW area right now? And how many will there be a year from now, right? And so the goal is the same thing. We're going to come by here. We're going to do a showcase, or we're going to launch an event. We're going to, have a decent price point to where we're going to make out of here with some good money. Okay, cool. Then next year, there'll be more creatives. Okay, if these people liked it, so what? So be it. We're going to come back. It sounds like I'm describing something else, but hey, hey.
I got a name for you.
Don't say it.
If you want to go, we can go. We can go viral right now.
I'm all right. I don't need to. Then we're going to come back next year, right? There's going to be more creatives next year, right? Boom. And then we're going to do the same thing again and pitch the same thing, right? So to me, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Why? To make some money. You know why I think they do it? Because they don't live here. Because they don't have to be here. And they don't got to go see the faces again. Like, hey, bro, you know what y'all do? Some bullshit. Like,
Next time we see them, it's a whole new crop of creators.
Yeah.
People rarely go back to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And out.
I have a problem with selling people access to other creatives here in the area that you could have met for free. That upsets me a lot. Now, time, I get it. And even knowledge, if you want to say, hey, bro, I had to pay for this knowledge. That's what I say, man. I pay with the hard head tuition, for all the information that I have. Yeah. And I don't trip about sharing it,
I think that's how it should be, bro. Just because you had to bump your head, you had to pay for it, don't mean like you got to make it like that for the next. Because the next creative is going to have his own set of trials and tribulations to go through. Like, why not make that path or his or her path just that much easier, bro?